See? This looks good. This looks good. Now, let me get some music playing in the background. Let's get some fitting music over here, guys. Let's get some fitting music over here before we get going with it. Oh. 8-bit cult of personality, among other things. I think that's how lions hunt giraffes. Oh no. Well, I better sleep with a gun then. Okay, anyways. Are you ready for the Wrestling Alignment Vtuber chart? That's a very wieldy name. So, what I have here is 4 ends of the spectrum. We have face up on top, heel on the bottom, and just in case for anyone that doesn't know, face is good guy, heel is bad guy. And obviously, depending on how high or low you are, that is the intensity to how villainous or heroic, I guess, you are. Along with that, horizontally, we have enhancement talent and main eventer. Enhancement talent is obviously, you essentially go out and you lose to everybody. Your existence is to make other people look good, right? You never win any titles. You never win any matches. You go out there and you make people look good. On the other end is obviously the main eventer. You win all the belts. You win all the big matches. You're in all the big programs. You're the star. You're the freaking star of the show, okay? Now, whether or not the fans will take to you, that's a whole other question. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Well, actually, it kind of does matter because when I place you over here, it kind of says, hey, I think that you'd get over well with the fans. But yeah, I have 21 different images here, ranging from my friends to people that I don't know all that well, to new VTuber friends, and other things in between. And I'm gonna rank all of you and explain why I think that you would be on a certain point on the chart, okay? And we're also gonna kind of talk about what kind of face or heel that you would be character-wise. So, based on what I have here, we are gonna go from alphabetical order, all right? We're going from alphabetical order here, starting with one of my oldest friends. Autumn Rhapsody. Come on. Oh shit. Hold on. Well, I guess I had to do it this way. Well, anyways, you get it. Autumn Rhapsody is obviously an otter, or rather like a otter mermaid VTuber. She's very nice. She's very fun. And I have a lot of bias to make her a main eventer. But with a gimmick like this, where you are literally a seal who is also a mermaid, that may be considered a tough sell by idiots, but it would be considered a little bit of a tough sell. It's like how Abaddon is a bit of a tough sell, because she's very extreme, and that's why she's not on TV at all. Now I say that, but she is not nearly as extreme as Abaddon. So, I feel that she is around the echelon of... I would say that she's around the echelon of... right around... probably the face alignment, I would say. And you know what? I'll place her halfway to main eventer. Because you know what? She may be a bit of a hard sell at first, but I feel like once you take to her, once you give her a chance, she'll win over the hearts of millions. The hearts of millions, okay? However, in order to do that, she must be a face. So, I think that she's a bit too pure to kind of straddle the line, okay? So with that in mind, extreme babyface, okay? The virtue of all good, okay? The virtue of all goodness for seals, for otters, for mermaids is Autumn Rhapsody. Now the question is, would she be more like, would her gimmick be like extremely aquatic, or would it be kind of more grounded? Because something like an aquatic mer seal or mer otter, it would probably get over on the indies, all right? But I'm not sure how well it would get over in one of the big ones like AEW or WWE. However, if we're thinking of this in terms of the big ones, she'd probably be more around the pure mid-card range. A little bit too gimmicky to be in the main event. But she would be lovable enough to at least be a mid-carder that everyone would love to see. Kind of like an Orange Cassidy, you know? Because like Orange Cassidy will never win the world title. But he will always be over because he has a very cool gimmick and he's very fun and funny and just very likable overall. So yeah, I think that's kind of where Autumn would fall there. Real big baby face, but not quite accessible, I guess, enough to be a main eventer. So a little bit above the purest of mid-cars, I would say. Next up, we have... Oh, wow. We're already at this. We have someone who's in the chat right now, Beanie. Now, Beanie, you're in the chat right now, and I'm sorry to say, but I see him more as a heel. See him more as a heel. And let me explain why. As a giraffe, I'm not a speciesist, okay? However, I've seen enough fantasy stuff to know that even goblins who are good have an evil side to them. So I wouldn't say that you're like an extreme heel. You're more kind of like, I would say you're more kind of around here in terms of the heel spectrum. Maybe a little bit lower. Like, yeah, you're more naturally a heel, but you could reasonably turn babyface at some point. I mean, look at this. Look at this right here. This cannot be a bad guy for long, okay? It cannot be a bad guy forever. So with that in mind, down here in the heel echelon, so probably right around here where my mouse cursor is. Now, are you a main eventer or an enhancement talent? That's actually a very good question. I think that gimmick-wise, you're not like an Orange Cassidy or an Abaddon, okay? I don't think that there's a ceiling on your potential. But it kind of depends on what you would go for. It depends on what you would go for. Like, if you're straight comedy, you would probably be kind of around here. Maybe a little bit more around here, like in a bit of a John Silver range, right? However, I'm a little bit scared of what will happen if I don't make you a main eventer. I kid. I kid. I'm a little bit scared about what will happen. So, with that in mind, pushed to the moon. No. I would say that you are stay true to your heart. I would say that you're probably more around... probably around... here. I mean, listen, I could see you as more of like a trickster heel, right? One who always tries to sort of get the upper hand. But whether or not you're successful in it, the jury's out, you know? The jury's out on that. You might kind of... You might reach like a Intercontinental Championship ceiling, I would say. Main eventer is too much pressure. Alright then, I'm slotting you into the Intercontinental scene. Which probably means I need to put you a little bit more up here then. You are the bona fide Intercontinental Champion, but will you hold the WWE Championship or the AEW Championship or any world title? That would need to be a test run. You need to be able to, you know, give the IC title a bit of prestige. Which I'm sure you'd be able to. I mean, like, listen. With a gimmick like this, how can you not put prestige on a championship, you know? You would make the IC belt. So, here is where you would be slotted. Kind of right around where my mouse pointer is. Cool. IC champion beanie. Now, the first up in what is 1000% a comedy character. We have VTuber supporter here. Dad Bod Rapunzel. Look at this guy. This is a very fun guy, okay? He's very fun. He feels like he would be a John Silver, okay? A lot more sort of... How would you put it? A lot more kind of in-your-face John Silver, I would say. Like, they really lean into the gimmick, okay? They really lean into the gimmick. And with a gimmick like this, where you have a dude... Where you have a guy in their best Sailor Moon cosplay, you have to make them a face, okay? You gotta make them a face, okay? Like, right up here in terms of face. Right up here. Like, right around where my mouse is, okay? The biggest baby face. You would not be able to find a bigger baby face than Dad Bod Rapunzel, alright? However... Enhancement talent. Enhancement talent to the bone, okay? Because, listen, man. I hate to be that guy, but could you see the world title on him? I don't know, man. Maybe I like your local indie. But we're not the local indie, okay? We are fucking one of the big guys, okay? We're one of the big guys, and with that logic in mind... Actually, thinking about it further, I could see him being more like a Maki Ito character. Question. Has Maki Ito won big titles in Joshi? Title belt repurposed as a TR? Yes! 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 Absolutely. I can see that 100%. Has Maki Ito won any belts? Championships and accomplishments. Tokyo Joshi Wrestling. Oh, of course she's a 6-time Iron Man heavyweight champion. Six times. For context, the Iron Man heavy metalweight championship is a comedy belt. It It is a comedy belt. It's essentially the Japanese version of the Hardcore Championship, but done a lot better. And it's in DDT Pro Wrestling, and I think it's mostly a comedy promotion. Yep, style comedy wrestling. Puro Reisu, or Puro Reisu. It's a predominant style of professional wrestling that has developed in Japan. So like, I stan the mannequin. Well, listen, okay? With accolades such as this, International Princess Championship, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, the title was introduced there. Let's see here. And the inaugural champion was crowned in August 25th, 2019. There have been 8 reigns shared between 7 distinctive wrestlers and 1 vacancy. I do kind of have a feeling that this is not a joke championship, I think. I have a feeling it's not. But listen, man, with accolades such as a 6-time Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship, if we are placing Dad Bod Rapunzel here purely based on the vibes that we get off of Maki Ito, then yeah. Big comedy character, okay? Big comedy character, everyone loves him, alright? But he doesn't win the big ones. He never wins the big ones. And any title that he wins is one that is mostly reserved for like the lower mid cards, okay? Now that being said, where does the Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship fall? Promoted by there. Open to anyone, regardless of gender or DDT employment status. The championship is defended 24/7, as in anytime, anywhere, as long as a referee is there to confirm the win. It literally is the Hardcore Championship. But for like, okay, hold on. So hold on. No way. The fucking Young Bucks won it. The Young Bucks won it. 3 elementary school girls. Okay, cool. The Invisible Man. A trash bin. Okay, yes, absolutely. Over here in the enhancement talent page, okay? But everybody loves him, so it's fine. Their book won it. The book? The title belt itself won itself. How do you win yourself? Trust no one. Not even yourself. But instead of the dude, it's literally just the Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship 2 times over. Apparently Vince McMahon's Hollywood Walk of Fame star did it. Independent Queen. So apparently a book won it too. That's absolutely incredible. A printed email won it. An Apple won it. I love just reading like all of these different things that won it. Kitty-chan, a stuffed Hello Kitty doll. Malkun, another stuffed doll who defeated Kitty-chan for the belt. Nice. A baseball bat. All right. A pint of beer. Ice ribbon ringside mat. What, dude? Dude, this is like the Hardcore Championship, but turned up to 11. Bunny, a cat, won it. A monkey won it. Dude, look at this. This is so cool. A beer can, a pair of chopsticks, a table, a pork bun, a bus, an inflatable love doll, and the supposed brother of them. Wrestlers treat it as if it actually was an active wrestler and actually sell moves done by him or her. Mostly high-flying moves. Dude, totally ask my friend to show you some of these. They love this stuff. I will I will absolutely ask them. But yes, this right here is where Dad Bod Rapunzel would go. I could definitely see them being the next Iron Man heavy metalweight champ. All right, they would be the best one. Okay, but those are the highest compliments I can give. But that is the highest praise I can give for a man that has this gimmick. All right, no offense, but that's just it. Moving on, we have a friend, another friend, so I'm a little bit biased. I'm a little bit biased towards this. We have my friend DM Pwn 3000 over here. And I'm going to try my best to remain impartial. I'm going to try my best to remain impartial when ranking him because I featured on his stuff a lot of times. He's featured on my stuff a lot of times. We're very close friends. That being said, he's a horse. he's a horse. All right? He's literally a horse. I have half a mind to put him over here with Dad Bod Rapunzel in the Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship contention. Okay? He'd be right up there with Bunny the Cat as one of the best champs of all time. That being said, I see what he's like. He's a teacher, okay? He's cerebral, all right? That means that he is able to be either the face or the heel. He's a genius, a mastermind, which means that he probably should be in the heel category. And with that in mind, I don't know if I would want him to be the Triple H of this list, because if I position him as the Triple H of this list, that means that he's gonna win every title belt and everyone's gonna get sick of him after like a year. However, with where he's positioned, I got no choice but to do it. So, biggest heel, you cannot find a more calculated and more sadistic and ruthless heel than DM Pwn 3000, okay? There's questions as to whether or not he's even a horse. The dude man, regardless. Speaking of Triple H, time to play the game. Yeah. Heel main eventer. The ultimate bad guy, and he will win the title belt, okay? He'll win the title belt, and he'll probably hold it for like months on end. Only for Autumn right here to swoop in and cause animal warfare. That's right, I'm bumping her up the card, baby. I'm bumping her up the card. She will be almost a main eventer. She has a little bit of a ways to go, but she can make it if she tries. This right here is your main event, okay? That's your main event feud. Silky versus Horse. I mean, listen, man. Would you see a match like that? I would. I'd pay to see that. Exactly. Exactly. You have good taste. Good taste. Good fucking taste right there. But speaking of taste, we have the next one, and this right here is the first horror character, okay? This right here is the first horror character. This is DOA Constrictor. And just by judging off of the PNG, also red versus blue, it's perfect. I know, it's Sonic and Knuckles, right? This right here is Sonic 3 and Knuckles before Knuckles finds out that he's been lied to, alright? But then we need to ask, who's the fucking mastermind? We'll figure that out later. We'll figure out who the mastermind is later. For now, we need to place this guy, and I can tell you right now, bona fide heel. He is the biggest heel in the business, okay? You will not find a more sadistic person that isn't named DM Pwn 3000. That is DOA Constrictor. So he's sort of along here, I would say, in terms of in terms of heelish tendencies. But is he a face? Rather, but is he a main eventer or an enhancement talent? If you ask me, hate to do it. I hate to do it. I hate to do it because, like, usually horror gimmicks can sort of, they can sort of have like mixed mileage. Like, you can either have like, I don't know, a Bray Wyatt, and where you could probably push him to the main title, and it would make a lot of sense. Or you can have something like Abaddon, in where it's just really extreme all the time. And where it's just always really extreme. Oh, hey. I've actually never seen Abaddon without the makeup. That's crazy. And where it's just always extreme all the time. I hate to say it, but DOA gives off the same vibes as Abaddon, so sorry. You're not quite enhancement talent enough to be a jobber, but you still have a ceiling. In fact, you know what? Abaddon did challenge for the title once or twice. So you know what? I'm gonna place DOA just kind of nestling between the threshold, okay? Not a smack dab in the middle mid card, but just a little below it. I don't know, man. I mean, like, just look at this. This right here is a bit much for mainstream audiences, okay? Sorry to say. It's fine. It's fine. You'll have a lot of showcasing, and at least the hardcores will love you, you know? The hardcores will get a kick out of you. Especially if they love stuff like Rob Zombie. Now, next up, we have Firehawk. And I'm gonna be a little bit honest. Not entirely sure where this one would go, because we have Anime Girl over here, okay? Fluorescent tube match is perfect for him. Dude, he would have a barn burner of a match against Hoodfoot in GCW, okay? Him and fucking Hoodfoot and maybe even like Alex Colon would tear the house down. And Nick fucking Gage, okay? Lest we forget Nick effing Gage. But you know who we also shouldn't forget? Firehawk, right here. And I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure where to place them, because what we have here is Anime Girl with foam. Now, with that in mind, okay? With that in mind, that gives off immediate, like, douchebag vibes, okay? That gives off immediate douchebag vibes, because what this tells me is that they're like a Tennille Dashwood or a Miz type of character, and where they think that they are, like, more famous than they actually are, you know? They think they're more famous than they actually are, so with that in mind, they gotta go down here, okay? We have a lot of heels, I know. We have a lot of heels. But don't worry, the baby faces are coming. We have, like, 15 more to go. Like MJF? Yeah, kind of like MJF, but not as extreme. I think MJF is someone that you can never turn face. But you could probably do something with maybe Tennille. So maybe I would place Firehawk around here in terms of just kind of the extremity of the heel that they are. And you know what? The delusional, like, superstar heel gimmick, that that provably has mileage, okay? Because how many times has The Miz won the Intercontinental Championship? You know? And Tennille Dashwood is a former TNA Knockouts Tag Champion. I think she's a former Knockouts Champion as well. And I think she also had a tiny bit of success in WWE, at least in NXT anyways. So, I can at least confidently place Firehawk around here, okay? And where you can reasonably see them winning like mid-card championships, okay? But they have a ceiling. They have a ceiling until a gimmick change, all right? But let's assume that they don't change their gimmick. This is static, stationary. They have that ceiling. Also, Voices is a top 10 wrestling entrance theme. I love it a lot. Next up is another friend of mine, so bias, forewarned. Itsune. It's Itsune, more specifically, and he has another kind of gimmick that's similar to Firehawk. Well, actually, no. If anything, I would probably say that like Itsune is more of a Elias type character, because they're very music based, and I feel that we need to, if they're gonna be a wrestling superstar, they need to stick with that gimmick. Okay. I'll be back in a bit. I've got the kitchen to clean. All right. See you in a bit, Beanie. We will still be here. We'll still be here doing this, all right? But yeah, we have to rank my friend Itsune right here. So, removing any bias, okay? The fact that he is a musical gimmick and he has this look about him, okay? I just don't feel comfortable making him a heel. I don't feel comfortable making him a heel. So with that in mind, his cuteness carries him up to about part way to face. You can make him heel, okay? But I feel that at first, he shouldn't be. He should be a babyface at first. But would he be enhancement talent or main eventer? It's a good question, me. Let's answer it. Well, if we're thinking in terms of Elias, who has, I don't think, ever won a championship in WWE. In fact, let's see. WWE Elias. Let's see here. Huh. Who would have thought that Elias and Ezekiel are the same person? Who would have thought? Let's see his accomplishments. Okay, so we have a few different accolades here. He actually has a couple of songs as well, so he at least has that to his name. He has a couple of championships and accolades here. He's a Pro Wrestling Illustrated's 69th, nice, top 500 singles wrestlers of 2018. He won the Slammy Award for the breakout, or rather the WWE Year-End Award for the Breakout Star of the Year. That's pretty good. He's won the 24/7 Championship 4 times. He's won a Slammy Award, Musical Performance of the Year, which is Elias's live performance of Universal Truth on Raw, which is October 19th of that year, I suppose. Which, listen, man, what competition is there? Let's actually see the competition. Musical Performance of the Year. Like, listen, like, look! He won by default. And let me tell you, there may be no sweeter victory than default victory. But you just can't coast on that, you know? 4 24/7 championship reigns will not net you anywhere below, rather, like, it won't net you anywhere above, like, a lower mid-carder. I mean, how many times has R-Truth won the 24/7 championship? Like, actually, let's look at it. Reigns, look at this. List of 24/7 champions. Combined reigns. Look at this. 56 reigns! And that's R-Truth! And he's never won anything beyond, like, the tag belts and the US title in WWE. Like, I know, Ron Killings is a former, I think, 2-time NWA World Champion. In fact, let's see here. Let's see here. How the heck does he not age at all? Hold on. Let's see here. Total non-stop action. Yes! He is a former 2-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, a 2-time NWA World Tag Team Champion, and a 1-time TNA World Tag Team Champion. Excuse me. With Adam Jones. With Pac-Man Jones. Jeez, only 38. Wow. But yeah, I would say that if we're taking that context into consideration, because he did have a rap gimmick at that point as well. So, with that in mind, maybe we can etch him up a little bit? Maybe around here-ish? Like, on occasion, he'll get something, okay? On occasion, he'll be able to, like, shine in a relatively prominent position, alright? But he has a ceiling. He has that ceiling, and I don't think he'll be able to break it anytime soon. Not without a lot of fan support, okay? Not without a lot of fan support is he going to be able to break it. Moving on from that, we have, I think it's pronounced Jabrid, I believe. This was actually a VTuber that sent me their PNG, and I actually didn't really know them all that much at the time. But which means that once again we are going off of sight alone. And based off of sight alone, the radiation here gives me some really specific vibes, okay? The biohazard signs tell me that he would be a really, really extreme heel, okay? Either that, or he would probably be a tweener. Watch him win. Watch him win. You know what? I can see him win. I can see him win a little bit. But that being said, just because you have biohazard signs on you doesn't necessarily mean that you're a heel. You can also be a face. Maybe. So maybe I'll give him the flexibility. What the fuck? This is not wrestling. This right here is not wrestling. Anyways. You could probably have him be a face or a heel, but that being said, the moral ambiguity of this image, okay? The moral ambiguity and sort of the low-key horniness of it? The low-key horniness of it makes me feel like that he may be a tweener, okay? I feel like he would be a tweener. So, straight on the line he goes, but where would he be push-wise? Hold on. Hold on, Drac Le Ray. Or, Drac. Did you send me a PNG? At all? Did you send me a PNG at all? I don't know, man. With a very loud gimmick like this, There may also be a ceiling on it. But there may also be a ceiling on it, but I'm thinking that he could probably be maybe a European champion. Or probably like a 15-time hardcore champion. I can definitely see that with him. So with that in mind, I'm gonna etch him along to over here. You could see him win the hardcore championship a lot of times, the 24/7 championship a lot of times, and he'd be absolutely ruthless with it, right? But I don't think that he would see much more than that. Also, you said my name completely wrong. I'm sorry. Well, how do you say it? I'm sorry. How do you say it? No. Aw. Should have. I would have placed you on here. I don't know where I would have placed you, but I would have placed you on here. But yeah. 15-time hardcore champion. More than Raven, probably. Actually, no. Raven won that thing a lot of times, right? Raven won that thing a shitload of times. So maybe he would tie with him. Anyways, yes. Hardcore champion. I could see him there. Moving right along. We're actually almost a third of the way done. In fact, I think we are a third of the way done. A little over it. We have Kodiak's Bruce. Next. Yet another morally ambiguous picture. This guy feels like he would be... I mean, that being said, this guy feels like he would, he feels like he could straddle the line, but... What kind of, like, gimmicks are, like, backpacker? I mean, like, if we're thinking about, like, backpacker gimmicks, we would have to go back to, like, the new generation. Because the new generation had tons of, like, cartoonish shit like that. I guarantee you that there was, like, a mountaineer... No, there was the fucking Mountie gimmick. And that was a heel. But that being said, I don't think that this would be, like, as... This doesn't feel like it would be, like, as loud as something like the Mountie. So, I don't feel comfortable making him a heel. I don't feel comfortable making him a heel in that respect. If anything, I could probably see him being, like, a noble face. You know? He looks close to a Metal Gear villain. Does he? Which one? Which one does he look towards? I'm almost tempted to make him another tweener. He straddles the line. But that being said, how far does that get him? I kind of see him being more along the lines of this as well. Honestly. Like, this feels like a gimmick that would job out a lot, you know? The Mountaineer gimmick. I mean, like, honestly thinking. Mountie WWE. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Jacques Rougeau Jr. is a Canadian former wrestler. Like, look at this. Look at this guy right here. This screams new generation, okay? This right here screams the new generation. So with that in mind, I feel like there's a ceiling. But that ceiling may be a little bit higher than him, okay? His ceiling feels a little bit higher because it's not because it isn't like as in your face, you know? I like you're already Googling WWE people. I mean, listen, man, I gotta take some inspiration from somewhere, okay? And this guy reminds me of the Mountie. So, with that in mind, if anything, I should probably make him a little bit lower than this. Because the Mountie... Actually, let me check. What did the Mountie win? Wait, he won the Intercontinental Championship? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Their Mountie will always get his Intercontinental Championship. From Morales. Combined reigns. No, I don't need that. Oh my goodness gracious. Vacated. The mount. I'm trying to find the Mountie on here. Unless it's just like Jacques Rougeau. Hold on. Control F. No way! Oh, okay. He won. He held it for like 2 days and then he dropped it. Okay, well, with that in mind, yeah, I'd probably place him around here. And like I said, I can probably see him being a tweener. But I think more around here is a little bit more apt. We have a lot of heals. Let's go ahead and change that real fast with Lunar Wolf right here. With Lunar the Wolf right here. Now this guy. This boy right here, okay? A win is a win goal. This guy right here, okay? Babyface. To the moon. To the moon. You will never turn him heel, okay? You will never turn him heel. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, I'm actually gonna put Dad Bod right down here. You can maybe turn him heel. I mean, there are villainous Sailor Moon characters. Corrupt the gimmick. You can do it. But no, you will never turn Lunar heel. Okay? That being said, he's a wolf. That being said, wolves can also fuck you up. Alright? Which makes me wonder, would he be a deathmatch wrestler? Because wolves can be violent. Wolves can be violent. Let's not kid ourselves. Wolves can be very violent. So would he or would he not be a deathmatch wrestler? He would be in a chainsaw match. The chainsaw match. You know, the chainsaw match sounds super gimmicky. Although Darby Allin has the coffin match. He's a fox. His screen name says that he's a wolf. Alright? I'm calling him a wolf. He may be a fox to you, but in my heart, he is a wolf. Now, with that being said, Richard. Death March face confirmed. Like, I don't know, man. Just looking at this, it makes me feel like that there's a ceiling. Okay? Looking at this, it makes me feel like there's a ceiling. With that in mind, lower mid card. Not a jobber, but you're probably not going to see anything more than like the European title or the hardcore title. Sorry. Oh man. Okay. 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 Now we're getting into the really freaky shit, okay? Now we're getting into some freaky shit, okay? This is my friend Marshmallow Horse, okay? This right here is my friend Marshmallow Horse. They did their whole model on their own. And this is the model. They look so tired. Now this looks like an Orange Cassidy gimmick. Okay? I can see Marshmallow being like incredibly lethargic. I can see them being super over as fuck. So with that in mind, I'm gonna place them up in the face category. I mean, listen, I'm not placing all my friends in like the upper echelons, okay? I'm not placing all my friends. I literally placed Dean down here as a main event heel, okay? I literally placed him down there. Although I'm not trying to be nepotistic about this. So, with that in mind, Marshmallow, super over, okay? He will never lose his shine. He will never lose his popularity. However, much like Orange Cassidy, was not won a belt, at least in AEW. In fact, let's actually try something here. Orange Cassidy. Let's check it. 38 years old? No. He does not look it. He does not look 38. That's crazy. Of course he's won the Iron Man Heavyweight Championship again. Ah! No. No. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I accidentally changed the title. Oops. 40 is the new 30. Really is, yeah. Just chatting. Hold on. Vtuber wrestling alignment chart. I didn't mean to change it that way. But yeah, with that being said, let's actually check these real fast. Most popular wrestler of the year, ranked number 21 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in 2021. Wrestle Jam Championship, okay. The best gimmick of 2020. Independent Wrestling Championship. What? Is a championship called that? Oh, of course he was champion in Chikara. Wait! No, do not tell me. Was Cassidy? Oh, he was called Dude, he was called Fire Ant. No way. Is Gira currently a heel? Or is he just an over heel? He's a face. He's a face. Make no mistake, okay? Make no mistake. But yeah. Based on these alone, okay? Based on these championships alone, like the A1 Zero Gravity Championship, I don't even need to look it up. That's a jabroni championship, okay? But there is always the likelihood that he will win a tag belt. There's always the likelihood that he will win a tag belt. He may even win the TNT championship, okay? So with that in mind, you could probably feasibly turn him heel. But like Orange Cassidy, you probably shouldn't. So I'll place him right along a little over the middle of the mid-card, okay? The Colony baby, of course. That's crazy. I had no clue that he was Fire Ant. March 13th, 2004. Oh, he's been in the game for almost 20 years. That's crazy. I would not think it. Whatever. Built from the anthill. Nice. No way. My dude is almost as light as Gira. No way. Dude, that's fucked up. That's so fucked. Orange Cassidy and Gira for friggin' tag team champions in AEW Fight Forever, baby. That's actually insane. Gira and Cassidy will reform the colony, except what kind of ant would Gira be? Is the question. Anyways. Yes. A little over the mid-card heel. I think that he would be a face. Maybe etching down a little bit further. Make it so he could feasibly turn heel as well. Gira, the African spotted ant. African spotted ants are not a thing. Hold on. Oh, what do you know? What do you know? Huh. Cool. And listen, man. This is some fuzz. That's fuzz. Anyways, yes. More than just a straight mid-card, but he's heaters on the edge of going out of the face territory. Now, next up, we have a beaver VTuber here. A beaver human VTuber. Masayumi, I believe is how you pronounce it. And listen, man, you look at this. This also gives me Maki Ito vibes. And it also gives me big face vibes, okay? Big face vibes coming off of just the image. Now, do I think that there's a ceiling for her? Not necessarily. I mean, like, okay. When I say that, I'm thinking like in terms of like women's wrestling, but let's just assume that everyone can wrestle each other here, okay? Nothing's off the table. With that in mind, judging based off of this, I feel like she would be a fan favorite, okay? She would not win the big one for a long while, okay? But when she finally does, it will be a big feel-good moment, okay? It'll be a big feel-good moment. Like Hangman Adam Page, okay? Like Hangman Page or Eddie Kingston. With that, I can probably say with certainty that she would be around this range. A real upper mid-card talent, okay? With a lot of potential for breaking through the ceiling. In fact, I'll move Marshmallow over here as well. She has a lot of potential of breaking through the ceiling, okay? Her breakout moment will be over Brock Lesnar. I can see that. I can honestly see that. Like, I can see that the Brock Lesnar of this list. Like, let's pause for a moment. Assume that DM over here. Assume that DM is the Brock Lesnar of this list, okay? He is the World Destroyer. Champion for a long time. And throughout that period, he wrestles Masa over here. A lot. Or rather, a few times, okay? And she comes up short for months, okay? Comes up short for months. Until she doesn't. Until she gets it together and she wins the belt. Big star-making moment, okay? At that moment, she will end up here. But for now, she's around here, okay? And where you will see her get world title opportunities. And she'll probably win the Intercontinental Championship at some point, okay? She'll probably win the Intercontinental Championship before too long. But you're gonna have to wait at least a year before she even sniffs the world title, okay? We're about halfway through, everybody. We're a little over halfway through, actually. And next up, we have another friend trying to remain impartial. We have Jared. I'll be heading out now. Have a good rest of your stream and have a good night. All right, Z. I'm very sorry that we weren't able to get to you real fast. In fact, In fact, before you go, I'll go ahead and rank you real fast, okay? This is Z, right here. Another Sonic Tuber. Another Sonic Tuber. And judging off of this feels like another likable character. Alright, this feels like another likable character. But, are they likable enough to sniff the world title? I mean, the fact that this is a gamer girl, okay? The fact that this is a gamer girl, it means that she could turn heel at any time, okay? It means that she could turn heel at any time. So, with that in mind, I'm pretty comfortable placing her once again along the tweener edge, okay? I'm comfortable with placing her along the tweener edge. And in terms of like title push, I could see her being a mid-card champion. I could see her being a mid-carder. Probably right around here-ish? Maybe? Maybe there-ish? Like, I can definitely see you winning, like, the Intercontinental Championship. What? Gamer girl turning heel is so 90s old man. I mean, listen, have you seen gamers? Have you seen gamers? Have you seen me? I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. I can turn heel at any time, okay? I can turn heel at any point in time. Stevo Batista bomb any incel into Jupiter. You fucking bet I will. Listen, man, I'm 50 feet tall. That's gonna be a hell of a drop. Alright? That's gonna be a hell of a drop if you get into my bomb, okay? Anyways, hi Shinzo. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, like, I can definitely see Z over here probably winning like a mid-card belt. But for a long time, her alignment would be morally ambiguous. Alright? So yeah, straddling that line, it's true you can snap and silence people at a request or moment's notice. I'm doing good. Come to check in on my fave lad Longboy on Twitch. Well, thank you for considering doing that, my friend. This stream will probably be not as long as a lot of the other ones I do. It'll probably be just a list and then we'll be done for the night. But I really enjoy how this is coming along. But yeah, Z, you are the bona fide tweener, and I can definitely see you probably being a mid-card champion. Higher up on the card than someone like Kodiak over here. But the main event, not so sure. You'll have to work for it. You'll have to work for that. You'll have to impress and shake some hands backstage, okay? I think most people are Longboy fans. Longboy Club is worldwide, baby. And soon it will be in AEW once the game comes out. Kurt Angle's theme really actually translates well over to like an 8-bit style too. This is really nice. Anyways, Jared. Jared's up next. And listen, man. Listen. I know Jared very well. He's a very close friend of mine. He helped me do the Shadow Charity race along with DM down here. But this is a Paper Mario avatar, okay? She gon' get munched like no tomorrow, okay? With that said, before we even decide if she's a face or a heel, she is the enhanciest of enhancement talent, okay? She exists to get bodied and nothing more because she's literally paper. It's already infected the real-life AEW locker room. I feel you can see it in their eyes. They're for life. I mean, I mean, Kid Bandit follows my, follows my personal account. Maybe I'll cold DM them and ask if they're a Longboy Club for life. No, I won't do it. I won't do that to them. Kid Bandit is fucking awesome, by the way. GOAT of the indie wrestling scene. They are. First freaking chance I get, I'm buying a friggin' Kid Bandit shirt. But anyways, yes, Jared is the enhanciest of the enhancement talent, but, you know, just by looking at this, my first inclination is to say that they are a face, okay? What if Tony Khan said he was Longboy Club? Dude. 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 I'd be good with that. I'd be fine with that. I'd be okay with that. Just okay with it. I'd ask him why he doesn't care about women's wrestling. We'll lull him into that false sense of security and then make him answer the tough questions. But anyways, yes, Jared gets squashed a lot. And by a lot, I mean all the time, every single time. However, are they a face or a heel? Just by looking at this, I want to say face. But this has some real worse underneath vibes also, you know? Like this is a paper walker, okay? This right here is the paper equivalent of a skinwalker. The real Jared is a bastard, okay? The real Jared is a real fucking menace. So, you know what? We'll put on the facade for a little bit. But eventually, they'll come off. And they'll just be the fucking worst. Okay? They'll be the worst. And then they'll team up with DM. And he'll be the Sanjay Dutt to his Jay Lethal. It'll be great. It'll be a great showcase. Okay? It'll be a great showcase for both of them, guaranteed. From there, we have another one. He'll be stuttering and shifty eyes about women's wrestling. He couldn't look up 50 feet to look your two-toed ungulate self in the eye. My eyes are up here, Con. I'm doing that. I'm not doing that. Ugh. I need water. Hold on. I need water. But no. After every match, Jared is just reduced to pieces. He is quite literally paper shavings, and nothing more than that. He's paper shavings, and the sad, sad remains of that, you know? And the sad, sad, sad remains of just paper shavings. Although miraculously, they're back to normal after, after the night is over. So, you know what? They're evergreen. Anyways, next up, we have another friend of mine, Party Like an Artist, and this is the PNG they sent to me. I have a feeling I need to place this high. I have a feeling I have to place this high. Like, this also feels like a horror gimmick because it's literally like an eldritch creature, right? But it doesn't feel as extreme as this, right? It doesn't feel as extreme as a DOA down here. So yes, heel, 100%. 100% heal is Party Like an Artist. But they aren't as evil. They can be won over. They can be won over to the light. Party is the fiend of Long Boy Club. I can probably see that. I mean, listen. I looked at DOA over here, and I thought that he was the fiend. Okay? That or Abaddon. Okay, but if Party is a horror character, and keep in mind, there can be horror characters that are faces as well. And listen, man, this right here is a horror gimmick, and it's so cute, okay? It's cute, which means we need to place it as a face, right? We need to place it as a face. We need to place it as a face, but I have a feeling they have like a secondary form that's a lot more horrifying. So we'll have them walk the line a little bit more. We'll have them walk the line a little bit. They can go over to the dark side if they want. So it's Alexa Bliss's old gimmick. Yeah, but hopefully it's done better. Cute yet horror. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, man. I feel really bad for Alexa, like, in that context, because it's really clear that she was only doing her job, and a lot of people just really went after her for that. That sucks ass. But no, Party is most certainly a face horror character, okay? But that being said, face horror has a very definitive ceiling, right? Because, listen, man, when the Dark Order were heels and they had Brody Lee as their leader, they were like top of the card, right? They were at least like upper mid card. And meanwhile, you had fucking Brody Lee over here challenging for both of the singles titles. However, the moment that the Dark Order turned face, they were bona fide mid carders, and now they're barely lower mid carders. It feels like, if they are the definition of lower mid card. With that in mind, I think you could comfortably. What the heck is this? No, get out of here. But no, with that in mind, I have a feeling that you could probably place her a little bit over the line, but not too far over, you know? She's probably somewhere like around here-ish, right? Around here-ish, maybe a little bit more towards the right. I feel like Alexa is even small compared to me, and I'm shorter than her IRL. Yeah, Alexa Bliss is a tiny thing. But, I'm not really too sure how tiny Party Like an Artist is, you know? I have a feeling that she isn't that large, but the tentacles make me feel... They make me feel bad. So yeah. Horror face character, but... She has a definitive ceiling. Okay? She has a definitive ceiling. Next up, we have Peppy Platypus. Right here. And this right here reminds me of... What's his name? Bakugo? From Danganronpa? That's immediately what this guy reminds me of. Shinsuke's theme making the real transition to 8-bit. Yeah, I know, it's actually pretty good. But yeah, I feel like just looking at this, he feels like he's an asshole, right? He feels like a dickhead. So, heal. He also kind of feel he sort of gives off the same vibe as like a Drew Gulak-esque heel gives off, in where he's very stodgy, very, very much a traditionalist, you know? Oh, it hurts to be slammed by the Stev. It sure does. My word is law, okay? And my word says that this guy, Pepe Platypus, is the Drew Gulak of this chart. So he's a heel. He's a heel, okay? However, like Drew Gulak, I also have a feeling that he has a ceiling. But I think that Drew Gulak also won the Cruiserweight belt, didn't he? Let's actually look him up. Drew Gulak. Let's look this up. Okay, yeah, he did. Oh, of course he was in Chikara. Oh, wait, was he one of the ants? Oh my god, he was! He was fucking Soldier Ant. Are you kidding me? Wait, no, he wasn't. He was not the gobbledygooker. Oh, okay. He was simply Gulak for a while. Ugh. But no, what are his championships? Holy fuck, Combat Zone Wrestling? Okay. Apparently he was the world champion there. A 2-time tag champ, Wire TV champ. Another Iron Man heavyweight champion. Evolved tag team champion. He's a former cruiserweight champion. Most creative 24/7 pin of the year. That feels really specific. Let's see here. I kind of have a feeling. Okay. Who is Green Ant? There's absolutely no what. Okay. So apparently he was a TV champion in Ring of Honor as well. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Point is, Drew Gulak has won quite a bit more than I thought. He doesn't do PowerPoint presentations. He does Impress presentations. He can't afford Microsoft Office. He has to download the free alternative. He fucking uses Google Slides. Okay, well that has changed my outlook considerably. With that in mind, I have a feeling that you could comfortably place him along down here and you would be okay. And where he is someone that actively rails against, you know, letting people have their pops. But he's won a bit of gold in his time. This is my 500-page slides presentation. Yes. So yeah, with his Google Slides presentation, he will sit comfortably at a little over the upper, rather like a little over the middest of mid cards, but probably not much more than that. However, pretty strong heel, I would say. Pretty strong heel. Maybe you could turn him face, but it's very clear that he works better as a heel, okay? Works better as a heel. But you know who doesn't work as a heel? You know who doesn't work as a heel, chat? You know who doesn't? My friend Phoenix Redtail. My friend Phoenix Redtail right here. She's the faciest of faces, okay? Because look at her. She is a pure being, okay? She is a pure being. Now this right here is a foxtail track, okay? Or rather dark. This right here is a foxtail, okay? Which obviously means that she's a little bit more into the card than Lunar over here, okay? A little bit more into the card. I love it. My boy is Google Docs for life. Well, actually, I'm using Canva right now. Oh, hey, John, how you doing? Welcome to the tier list, or rather, welcome to the wrestling alignment chart. I'm about to place my friend Phoenix here, regrettably, into the below mid-card status. And listen, hear me out. Phoenix is a good friend of mine, okay? But, not as much going on with her. Not as much going on with her. Well, actually, it kind of depends. It kind of depends. Because she feels likable enough to where she could probably get popular, like, on the strength of her personality alone. She doesn't really need the gimmick. However, we're judging this purely based on appearance. And while the foxtail is a great inclusion, it's great, it's fantastic, it etches you just a little bit above Lunar Wolf here, okay? It etches you just a little bit above. It's unfortunately not by much. However, people love Phoenix. Love her to pieces. She is the faciest of faces, okay? There is no giraffe in nepotism. You can't spell nepotism with giraffe, alright? It only has, like, what? 2, 3 of the same letters? Anyways. Yeah. Regrettably, this is where they sit. Sorry to say. Now! Tyler Breeze? Wait. Oh, it's Breezango. Cool. Anyways. Riley. My friend Riley right here. Another chance to show nepotism. But you know what? I'm gonna refrain. Okay? I'm gonna refrain a little bit. Because you know what? I can probably see her also being kind of a... I can see her being along the lines of Firehawk down here, just based off of this image right here, okay? Based off the image. No other signifiers. No other signifiers. She is also the influencer character, okay? She's also the influencer character, which means that she's also a heel, but she's a little bit less of a heel, okay? She's a little bit less of an extreme heel, okay? Like you look at Firehawk right here, right? Dickhead, okay? Dickhead. Absolutely punchable. You would walk out on the street right in the face, okay? Right in the face. However, with Riley, I don't get that same vibe. Maybe it's the fluffiness. Maybe it's the more laid-back attire. But I just don't really see her as much of an extreme heel. I don't see her as much of an extreme heel. So, while she is going in the same position on the card as Firehawk, she's not as much of a heel. You could reasonably have her straddle the line a little bit. Maybe turn her face at some point, change her gimmick. But, based off of the image alone, she's still a heel, but less of a heel. Although she has the same ceiling as Firehawk. Also, welcome back, Beanie. We are making swift progress on this. In fact, We have 3 more. We've got 3 more, okay? And one of those three more is Scar Wolfago right here. And judging based off the image, once again, this feels like another heel. And this is a jackass heel, okay? This right here is a jackass heel, like a real rule breaker, always going for the lower region, okay? Always going for it. Never fights clean, okay? So right down here. That being said, I'm wondering if I want to like also place them based on whether or not I think they would be managers, because this right here gives off strong manager vibes to me, you know? This doesn't feel like someone that would get like in the ring. That being said, no one here really does. So, yeah, let's just assume that yes, they are also a wrestler. With that in mind, this feels like some real, like, QT Marshall factory material. Like, for some reason, I don't know who's following, like, AEW, like, closely enough to pick up on this, but Nick Camarado, who is part of QT Marshall's factory, has had a gimmick change, and I don't know when the gimmick change happened, but he looks like... He looks so weird now. He looks so strange now, and I don't know why. I'm actually gonna look him up real fast. It's like he's in a top hat now, and a little vest, right? It's honestly kind of insane. I'm gonna try to find a good photo of him. Probably can't be that hard to find, right? Probably something on his Insta page, right? Okay, never mind. He hasn't posted since Forbidden Door, it looks like. Give me a photo of yourself, Nick, please. Let's find him real fast. This right here. This right here. Is it showing? Yes, this. What is this? Like, I'm not really entirely sure what kind of gimmick this is meant to be. Apparently, like, I was watching Wrestle Talk's review of last night's Dynamite show, and apparently to them, this looks like a gimmick from NXT 2.0. Like, I have no clue when this came about. I have no clue when this happened, right? But he looks even more like a jabroni now than he used to. This sounds like a real 8-bit song from NES, not a wrestling song anymore. I mean, this is Kevin Owens. But yeah, like, this right here makes Nick look more like a jobber than he already was. And he's part of QT Marshall's factory. So, like, you're already at, like, the bottom of the barrel with that alone. And you somehow managed to reach bedrock with this. I mean, like, listen, I'm not saying it as a way to throw stones. Honestly, I find it kind of funny. But, like, it's just really weird to me. Anyways, with that in mind, Steph pulling 0 punches. But yeah, this right here is not as outwardly jobberish as this. But that being said, I can't really see them reaching heights that are any larger than what even the most successful member of the factory is able to achieve. Like, the most successful member of the factory is probably Anthony Ogogo. And that's purely by virtue of him being an Olympic bronze medalist. Like, his biggest achievement has nothing to do with wrestling. His biggest achievement in wrestling is getting buried by Cody Rhodes at Double or Nothing last year. Sad to say. And I don't, like, say that, like, as, you know, like, a slight on him as a person. I'm just saying that's how the booking is. But yeah, with that in mind, the factory goes down here, okay? Sorry to say. This guy... I'm sorry. He just looks like a jobber. Okay. Are you ready for one more comedy character? This is Skitch the Wolf, alright? We actually have quite a few canines in this as well. All of them being Sonic characters, oddly enough. We have quite a few canines in here. And judging off of the grin, okay? Judging off of the grin and the metal here, okay? And just the stare. This is a comedy character, okay? This right here is a comedy character. But... Oh! Oh, this fire burns, okay. I'm trying to think of if I would place him as a face or a heel. You know what? Judging based off the grin, I can see him as a wild card. Okay? That being said, he's an even bigger jobber than, like, both of these guys over here. Okay? He is an even bigger jobber. So, with that being said, he is way over here on the extreme end, okay? Gear and Steph have a lot in common, and they're both straight-up shooters. Now, sometimes they're going to result in bruised egos, and sometimes it'll be bruised spines. But it never feels good to be shot on by a giraffe. And, like, listen, man, listen. It may sound like I'm being really mean, but I'm not trying to be. I'm having a lot of fun with this. And I'm really appreciative that, like, a lot of people sent in their PNGs for me to rank like this. I'm just on here just being a goof, okay? I'm on here being a goof and saying that a wolf with the funniest smile I've ever seen is the biggest comedy jobber of all time. He is the R-Truth, like the WWE R-Truth, not the Ron Killings R-Truth, because Itsune over here, Itsune is the Ron Killings R-Truth, and where he has had quite a few big accolades, but with the present day in mind, his ceiling is very much defined, okay? However, the ceiling for Skitch over here is like concrete, okay? It's bulletproof glass. You won't be able to break through it. He is, dare I say it, the Brandon Cutler of VTubers right here. You know? However, being the Brandon Cutler of VTubers is not a bad thing, because that means that you're going to accompany the VTuber equivalent of the Young Bucks to the ring every week, okay? Hey, I'm just maintaining long boy kayfabe. Well, it's sort of hard to, you know, tell through text. I just don't want people to, you know, get the wrong impression. I'm not trying to be mean, okay? I'm just having fun, and I'm just, you know, I'm poking at things that I find kind of funny, you know? But yeah, Skitch, comedy jobber. However, if Autumn up here, who we long ago established as the main event, okay? Who we long ago established as the main eventer. In fact, I'm gonna I'm gonna push a few others up here. Let's diversify this a little bit. Beanie and Masa, they will be around the same as both of them. Rather, like, around the same as, like, you know, both of them. Right here, okay? But they have a little bit of work. For the beginning, Autumn and DM are your main event, okay? Although I'm getting kind of ahead of myself because we have one more to chart on here. And that is another pony. It's Theory. Not Austin Theory. Just Theory. Although it's a little bit weird because this one has also never won the US title and he isn't Mr. Money in the Bank. So you know, not as much right off the bat, but judging off of appearance. God, I'm sorry, but he also feels kind of like enhancement talent. I'm sorry. He just kind of gives off that vibe, you know? He kind of gives off that vibe. And you know what? Do we have to acknowledge DM? Because I will, you know? Because I will, you know? Who are the Usos to DM's Roman Reigns? Question. While you come up with the answer for that. Also, I don't know if I said hi to you yet, Itsune, but hi, Itsune. You're a tiny bit above the mid card. But yeah, Theory over here, I get, okay. You know what I get from him? I get white meat babyface vibes, you know? Awesome, what's that mean? It essentially means that you will be going for, okay. So, in wrestling terms, you will not win the WWE Championship. However, you will win probably the US and or the Intercontinental and or the Tag Team Championships, okay? Although based on where you are right now, you'll probably mostly win the tag straps with somebody. Probably with a party like an artist over here. So yeah. Enjoy your evergreen placement as a very, very reliable hand. Although, take a little bit of solace, because even though I positioned you as, you know, akin to R-Truth did win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship while he was in total nonstop action. So he is a former world champion. Oh no, reliable. Oh no, I placed him as the Dolph Ziggler of this tier list. Well, actually, you know what? Being the Dolph Ziggler of this tier list, not that bad. Especially if it's like, especially if it's like early to mid 2010s Dolph Ziggler, you know? Because that was when he was at his peak. Sure, he may not be as, you know, he may not be as well liked now, but he was back then. And I remember that time. My boy R-Truth. Also, hi, Blackest Beast. This is not wrestling. Not wrestling. Get out of here. Oh my god, the 8-bit breaking of glass. Oh, it's so bit crushed. I love it so much. But no, Theory, I'm sorry. I just see you as a white meat babyface, dude. Like, you're happy to be there. You're very happy to be there. You're very happy to be there, but to that end, you're like Apollo Crews before he, you know, became a Nigerian prince and went back to NXT. you'll get a title shot. But after that title shot, you will be sent down to the card. You will be sent down to the bottom, okay? You'll be on main event every week until 5 years into the future, where they finally figure out what to do with you. So I'm sorry, but I'm trying not to go too far because I don't have the heart. I'm sorry. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. Have fun on main event. I'll see you in 5 years. Anyways, that right there is the list, everybody. That right there is the chart. So, let's see what we have. Let's see what our roster looks like. Down at the bottom of the card, okay, we have Theory, we have Skitch, and we have Jared. These right here, whether or not they're good wrestlers, it doesn't really matter. What matters is, are they able to make the opponent that they're wrestling look good? And the answer is yes, because they're able to stick around and they're able to be on that lower end. They are the Jinder Mahal of the card. They are the Heath Slater. They are the Peter Avalon. They are the Brandon Cutler. Okay? And where they will always have a place, but that place is definitively on the bottom. Okay? Sorry, but take solace in the idea that you will always have a job. Unless we need to let you go for budget cuts. Bullshit. Anyways, kind of sniffing around that area too is around probably sorry. We have Dadbod right here, and we also have Kodiak. Now, these right here, 24/7 champions, hardcore champions, Iron Man heavy middleweight champions. They may be comedy characters. They may be just bona fide lower mid-carders. But they will have a couple of titles to their name. Though those titles will mostly be gimmick titles or joke titles. So, I mean, at least you'll have some championships to your name. even if one of them was literally won by a trash can and a cat named the Bunny and literally the belt itself. The Iron Man Heavy Middleweight Championship is wild, dude. I learned that tonight. And Wolf to Go is also around the same area as well. Although I did say that they're more like the Factory, so with that in mind, they're around the same area, but maybe only 1 or 2 hardcore title reigns. Square in the middle of the lower mid card here, okay, is Jabrid, and where he is a psychopath, okay? He is fucking psychotic. You don't know what he's gonna do next, okay? That being said, the gimmick that he has, it isn't as accessible as like a Jon Moxley, right? It's not the same kind of like anti-hero as someone like a Jon Moxley, you know? It's more like a Nick Gage, right? And where they straddle, the line a lot. They straddle that line a lot, but their gimmick is a bit too, you know, out there to be placed higher than anything but probably the European title. In fact, we'll move him up a little bit. European champion. I think that works out well for him. European, hardcore, maybe tag team. I think that's where they sit. Now, you're more closer to the middle mid cards here. We have Lunar, we have Phoenix, we have DOA. These three have the chance of breaking through. Okay? They have the chance of breaking through, but they're gonna have to work for it. Okay? They're gonna have to work for it through quite a few different angles, essentially. You can definitely see them winning the tag team championships, the European championships, even though they may be slightly above it, the hardcore championship as well. But they're gonna have to work their asses off if they even want to sniff like the Intercontinental, right? They're gonna have to work their fucking asses off if they even want to breathe on that title, all right? Especially in DOA's case, because unlike Phoenix and Lunar up here, his gimmick is very in your face, you know? Like, he is definitively a horror heel. He is a scary heel. But with how extreme he is, it's gonna take a lot of work for him to be accepted by like a mainstream audience, you know? So yeah, good luck to you. Hopefully you have a good run with the European and maybe even the US title. Now, from there, we're starting to inch into the higher points of the card. You know? We're starting to inch into the higher points with people such as, what is this? Hold on. We're starting to inch a little bit higher into the upper mid card with people such as Party Like an Artist, Itsetsune, Peppy, Firehawk, Riley. These are people who you can definitely see breaking through into like the Intercontinental Championship scene. In fact, you could probably even see them being world champion at some point, but that's a huge maybe. They are your reliable hands, okay? They are your Dolph Zigglers, they're your Mizes, they're your guys that you can essentially pair up with anybody and you can have a decent to great match with them, right? You may even put like, you may even give them the secondary titles a whole bunch of times, right? But the moment that they, but the moment that they reach the world title, the jury is definitely out as to whether or not they will make the most of that. Now, that being said, I am aware that the Miz and Dolph Ziggler's lackluster world title reigns are mostly down to booking. But point still stands. Should they ever reach the top of the mountain, their climb will be steep. You know? It'll be steep. But they have it in them to make that climb. So yeah, good luck to them. Hopefully they are reliable enough to have a chance at the big time. Now, we're traveling upwards a little bit. I would say that Marshmallow and Z over here are kind of the midpoint between these semi-upper mid-carders and the two upper mid-carders we have right here. And where, yeah, they have a just about like equal chance of winning like the IC Championship and the United States Championship and the European Championship, right? They have a just about equal chance. They'll win every mid-card title. Every one of them. Now, up along here. These are your bona fide upper mid-carders. These are the people you're grooming for the future, folks. We have Masayume. Masayume and Beanie the Goblin. These two right here are your future, okay? They're the future of the business because they have the charisma, they have the look, they have what it takes to break that ceiling. All they need is the chance. All they need is the opportunity to step up to the plate. These two right here are your immediate Intercontinental Championship feud, right? They are your immediate upper mid-card title feud. You could pair them up. Fantastic match. Great match right away. You know? Right away. But whether or not they'll be able to break through, that's up to them. Make the most of the IC title, and then maybe you'll reach the pinnacle. And this right here, towards the right, is where you want to be. This is the creme de la creme. We have two bona fide main eventers right here. We have Autumn Rhapsody, and we have DM Pwn 3000. This right here is your world title feud right off the bat, okay? World title feud right off the bat. The cerebral educator versus the Finman. The Finman, yes, the Finman. Autumn. What is a Finman? It's awesome is what it is. They are your main event right here, okay? They will main event WrestleMania, and they'll fight for the title straight away, right? This right here is what everyone comes to see. Every single person before then strives to be here. And that's essentially it. That's your tier list, everybody, or rather, that's your alignment chart. That's pretty good, I'd say, don't you think? That's pretty good. That's pretty good, I would say. Also, I have to say that Autumn and DM hyper charismatic too, as well. Okay. But wait, there is one more that we need to place. You read my mind, man. There is one more that we need to place. Okay? There's one more that we gotta place. I'd be remiss if I didn't place him. And that is me, Austin! Bonafide main eventer, bonafide babyface up in the top, right here. I'm not even on the screen anymore. That's how main eventer I am, man. I am the fucking king of this make-believe wrestling promotion that we made. I am the fucking franchise. All wish that they were as successful as me. All of them, ants, insects, compared to what the long boy brings to the table. In fact, you know what? I'm not even gonna be up here. I'm not even gonna be on the face side. I'm gonna be right here in the straddler line, okay? You are the Cody Rhodes of our world. Okay, so you want me to turn heel. I am the fucking franchise. Chair shots to the head for the lads. Dude, you can't even reach me. I'm up here. You can't even reach me. You cannot even reach me. That's how up here in the freaking sky I am. This is how high everyone is on me backstage, in the crowd, at home, everywhere. You're cutting a heel promo. Well, you know what? It's fun to cut a heel promo. Everyone strives to be past the main event. I'm not even in the main event. Ladder match is just for us to try and chair shot you. You know what? That right there's a hell of a gimmick match. The first person to freaking land a chair shot on Stev wins the belt. It's Concussion City for Stev. Gee, Stev, what's your signature match? Concussions. It's concussions. Gene. It's concussions. The ultimate X to reach, Stev. It's funny because I was watching TNA with Zach the other day. I'll put on some more neutral music now because we've ranked everybody. Are we satisfied with this list, everybody? Are we satisfied with this list? I think we are. I'm satisfied with it. I think everybody is where they need to be. In fact, let's go ahead and just look at it in full view, okay? This is where we all are, okay? I'm untouchable, okay? I am like the John Cena of this whole thing. The fans will eventually grow to hate me, but I will be in the main event nonetheless. I'm pinned down. Everyone better be satisfied because Longboy makes the rules, you bet. You fucking bet I do. But, and you'll have your own Fortnite skin. That's why you can't see Steph. Exactly. You can only see half of me, dude. You can only see half of me right now. I am the Wabadoo man. Yeah. This was fun. My voice is pretty sore. My voice is sore because I spent a long time pantomiming. But thank you all for showing up for this. This was fun. This was really fun to be able to sort of do with all of you. I need water real fast. Hold on, before I continue. This was so cool. Thank you. That's why you can't see stuff. You can't pin shoulders you can't reach. Well, remember, the height is all in the neck, okay? Technically, my shoulders are not that far... Sorry, they are not that far removed from a typical giraffe. So, you can't see my shoulders, but how the fuck are you gonna pin a giraffe? I'm going to design an alternative outfit that's wrestling gear. I would love to see that when you're done with it. Please show me that. In fact, in that same vein, I've been planning on sketching up a lucha mask to put on the long boy at some point. I think that would be a lot of fun. I honestly do think that would be a lot of fun. But yeah. Back to what I was saying. Thank you to everyone who showed up for this. Hopefully this was entertaining. Hopefully this was funny. Hopefully what the fuck? Hopefully this sufficed for a good Thursday night. Your wrestling name is Long Boy in Spanish. You know what? I can see that. Long Boy can't be seen, so he's going under the hood. Under a hood, yes. Yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. This was a whole lot of fun to sort of organize. L Long Boy, exactly. In fact, you know what? English to... Sure. Long Boy. Boy Largo. You know what? That actually kind of has a ring to it. That actually kind of has a bit of a ring to it. I can see that working out a little bit. I fucking love Boy Largo. Oh yeah, Dad. Can we buy a Boy Largo mask? What? Don't you mean Rey Mysterio? Don't you mean Rey Mysterio, son? No! I meant Boy Largo. Are you serious? Okay. Oh, this was a lot of fun. Thank you all for showing up once again this evening, everybody. But yeah. I was sort of talking about TNA earlier. Has anyone ever seen the Elevated X match from TNA? It is quite literally like a scaffold match where two wrestlers are on top of a giant horizontal X and they have to fight on top of it, and the person that falls to the ring first loses. And they did it twice, and it was boring both times. Because the first time you had Rhino and AJ Styles fighting in it, and they couldn't do any of their signature offense, because if they tried any of their signature offense, they would literally just fall off a giant X and hurt themselves. I don't know how anyone in fact, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. Elevation X TNA. Like, look at this. I don't know how anyone looked at this, okay? How anyone looked at this and said, this will be a great showcase for our talent. Like, this right here is Vince Russo on bath salts, dude. You need some flippy boys for that. Well, Styles is a flippy boy, but the fact is, you can't do flippy shit on a giant X, because if you do flippy shit on a giant X, you'll fall and break your arm. And you're already gonna be hurting because one of you is gonna be falling 10 feet off the X, landing back first on the freaking canvas. So just don't do it. Like, this right here is Vince Russo if no one reined him in, you know? It's still better than King of the Mountain. I highly disagree. At least with King of the Mountain, you're able to, like, do, you know, offense. This right here is literally just two friggin' dudes not trying to fall to their death for 10 minutes. And doing the worst gore of all time on top of the X. Like, Rhino did a gore on top of that. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Bad. It was not good. And you want to know the worst part? This show where this was on, it also had the last rights match between Sting and Abyss. And that was also a giant load. It was like a coffin match, but also kind of limiting. Whew. Yeah, I kind of wanted this to be a shorter stream. I'm gonna try to not have this go over 3 hours. Who booked this crap? Vince Russo, apparently. It's so weird because at the height of TNA, they were doing everything right. And then just out of nowhere, they just decided, let's be like WCW, but do literally all of the things that people didn't like about WCW. Let's bring in Hogan and Bischoff to be like authority figures. Let's have Vince Russo write our shows. Let's have our main event scene be populated by people who are way past their prime. Just the worst aspects of WCW just brought in when they really didn't need to. They really didn't need to. They were doing just fine. They were doing great, in fact. Oh, and also let's fucking gut our women's division entirely. Only for it to be the best in North America 10 years later. But TNA was where the big boys played. No. It's where all the geriatrics played. God damn. It's where all the fucking geriatrics and Bubba the Love Sponge played. Ugh. It's not good. It's no good. That's no good. But you know what's also no good? I don't want to see people older than my father fight. I mean, listen, man. There obviously are exceptions. Like, Sting is still surprisingly versatile. But Mick Foley in 2009? In, like, the main event? That just feels kind of reckless. You know? That feels reckless. What other weird stuff did they do? I bet Dad Boy could mix it up. Dad Boy. Okay, well now you're just making the whole thing sound like God of War. Now you're just making the whole thing sound like God of War, Ashley. But no. I'm hungry. What say we finish off for the night, guys? My parents grunt getting off the couch. If they get suplexed, they'll snap and do. I mean, you know, that's fair. I mean, I just suppose that some people are just built different, in a sense. Like the long boy, he's built different. He's literally 50 feet tall. Now that is being built like a brick shithouse. But yeah, I didn't expect this to be, you know, as long as it is. So, I'm hungry. Let's actually finish this off and raid somebody, okay? It's a little bit of a flat end, I know. But, yeah, I would like this to not go on for 4 hours, you know? I would like to get some sleep tonight. So yeah. Once again, thank you to everyone who stopped by this evening. You all were great. You all were fantastic. Y'all were funny as fuck. Hopefully this sufficed as a very entertaining Thursday night. It was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You should expect it to be long when the boy is involved. Who is streaming right now? Who among my friends are streaming right now? Oh, VTube Studio's being weird. Hold on. VTube Studio. It's been like 2.5 hours. It's been over 2.5 hours, and you're just now like, oh, we can't write the log. I swear. Anyways, let's go ahead and rate somebody. Who all is live at the moment? Let me check. Oh, fuck. Who all is live at the moment? VTube Studio, go home, you're drunk. Exactly. Exactly. You know what? We have a pretty sizable... We have a somewhat sizable view count here. Let's go ahead and raid my friend Cole Kitsune. We haven't done that yet, I don't think. So let's go ahead and do that. They're very nice. They are one of my close friends, and they're playing Love, Money, Rock and Roll. I think I remember that. Isn't that the kind of buddy game and where it's like, you know, rock fighting back against a bunch of genres, and all of the genres are like personified by and like all of the genres are personified by a bunch of bosses. Actually, let me look it up. Love, Money, Rock and Roll. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's actually made by it's made by the people that made Everlasting Summer. Okay. Well, either way, she is very fun. I think y'all will like her. So let's rate her. Cole Kitsune. I'm pretty sure it's a light hentai novel. Is it? Zach is a fan. want to steer away from hentai. I kind of want to steer away from hentai. Genres. Indie game, casual game, adventure. I mean, I mean, I don't think you're allowed to stream that sort of stuff on Twitch anyways. Like, if it's extremely light, then it's probably okay. We'll go ahead and do it. I trust her. I trust her. It's mostly romantic, only has light hentai elements. Well, then we'll probably be okay then. Let's raid her. Let's raid Colt Kitsune, everybody. Again, she is lovely, lovely, lovely. You all have been lovely, lovely, lovely. So show that to her, please. Once again, thank you, everybody. Oh, Zach's on call for that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Have fun with Cole, everybody. Long boy raid, like always. Thanks once again for joining me for this really weird stream. I'll post the full chart a little bit later on Twitter. So look out for that. And I will see you Saturday for Fire Emblem. I'm very excited to get back to Fire Emblem. It's been too long. But I need to get food. Y'all have a nice night. I will see you soon. I have been the Long Boy Giraffe Stev. And that was Long Boy Things. Long Boy Things being ranking VTubers on a chart. Thank you for the serotonin. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. See you guys.